The world has changed. Gone to hell, more like. It started when magic came back. The awakening, some call it. You're rubbing elbows with orcs, elves, even trolls these days. Meanwhile, megacorps bleed the world dry one board meeting at a time. They own just about everything. But not us. We're Shadowrunners. Mercenaries, operating in the margins, working dangerous jobs for the desperate and the powerful. Being a runner takes more than skill and street smarts. You want to live long enough to get paid, you'll need a team, the right talent for the job. Maybe that's a mage, someone who can fry your enemies with deadly spells. A good decker can jack into the Matrix and bypass the toughest security without leaving a trace. Adepts, riggers, shaman, and don't forget your street samurai. Packing enough firepower and cyberware to take on a small army. Man, magic, and machine. Takes it all to survive in the shadows. Welcome to the sprawl.
I should probably say that so you can understand what I said. Hi, and welcome to Shadowrun Corporate Sins. My name is Lauren, and I am your GM for this evening. We are going to be continuing along with our adventures of Team MMFEC and their running of the shadows, which is much like the running of the bulls because there is a similar amount of blood and murder that happens, and probably someone will be gravely injured or die. It's reasonable odds, if I am doing my job correctly. You are watching Hyper RPG, a hyperactive, interactive channel that is made for and by you, the chat, the wonderful community, the thumpers around us. We have ways for you to interact both with our channel as a whole, as well as specifically with Corporate Sins. Remember that Twitch Prime is a thing now, guys. It's a thing. You probably saw a trailer or a tweet or something about it. So if you are a Twitch Amazon Prime member, you automatically are a Twitch Prime member, and you can use your free sub token. I assume that they mail you an actual physical token that you will then mail to someone else, but someone will probably tell me that this is a technology thing that like deckers are involved with.
It's a technology thing.
And you can use that Twitch Prime subscription to subscribe to any channel that you would like to support, for example, us. And if you are a subscriber of Hyper RPG, you can participate in the metagame, which you may, hopefully, we're just watching the corporate news at 5:30 with Rai, the corporate news guy, in which you heard the actions and the outcomes of the various corporations that are part of the Shadowrun universe. You roleplay as one of those corporations, take some actions during the week, and that directly impacts the world that we are playing within. You can also directly impact what is happening in front of you tonight with donations for dice. The tips for dice, the way that happens is if you tip $10, you hashtag the name of one of the characters, which you should see on the overlay. I'm gonna point around me because I'll probably eventually point at the correct thing. If you use the hashtag of that character's name, donate $10 or tip $10, that person will be awarded an extra shiny, awesome thumper die. Look, they're really cool. They've got little rabbits on them that they can roll to make their character more awesome and more epic throughout tonight's adventures. And I believe we are also 3 subscribers away from our next subscriber Steam Key giveaway. And I think those are all the things I am going to talk about. So let's introduce our characters for this evening. Pick a side, any side.
Hi, I am Tony. My Twitter handle is lbeefus, LBEEFUS. On this show specifically, I will play Cromwell, the British butler, who is an unarmed adept. That means he's mostly a brawler, but his body's infused with magic, which helps him to fight.
Hi, I'm Janine. I play Elsie Blackwood, currently going by Ellie Hawthorne, the 15-year-old teenage Face from Boston. Face is kind of like a negotiator, a spy, an occasional sniper-wielding sharpshooter. So on the Twitters, I am Admiral Asma.
I'm Claudia, or on the Twitter and the Twitch, JAKIDASH, or Jackie Dash. I play FANG, which is our orc street samurai, which means I use weapons and swords, and I also have cybernetic limbs. It's pretty rad.
Is rad. Hi everybody, I am Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and I play our Elven Decker mainframe. A Decker is like a hacker. She manipulates the Matrix, which is an internet-connected wireless network of all the various devices in the Sixth World. And she's also decent with the pistol, but she prefers to run in the digital shadows.
My name is Dan Poslins. You can find me on Twitter at Dan Poslins, and I play Mordecai, the Dwarven Mage, who uses magic and spirits to assist the party. And I'm also a towel mage now.
Just throw that out there. And once again, I am Lauren, your GM for this evening. You can find me on the interwebs as @RandomTuesday on Twitter. And I have already seen several tips for dice coming in, so thank you everybody who has correctly used the hashtag system. It is an automated system. We are still working out some of the kinks. Be patient, be kind, all of that fun
Rewind.
stuff. No.
That's an old school reference there.
No, you can't. This is
dating
live.
myself.
They can't. This is live.
All right.
This is-
Suit yourself.
Unless we're on YouTube.
Wait, people are staring at us now?
No. All right. Let's rewind. I do what I want.
Dan is not playing.
No, I'm not.
Start with that now?
We do. It's a thing.
yeah.
It's
And
canon.
remind ourselves of what mission MMFEC are currently on. Previously on Shadowrun Corporate Skins.
Oh, that's a different show.
This is going well.
Previously on Shadowrun Corporate Sins, MMFEC had very successfully completed a run in which they acquired a lot of data that implicated several important political figures within the Seattle Metroplex for doing really bad, terrible things like murdering and assassinations. Those individuals, Kenneth Brackenhaven, the current governor, has now stepped down, is no longer the governor of the Seattle Metroplex, and his uncle, Carl Brackenhaven, no, I might have gotten the names wrong.
No, I just
around.
made
It's
that
fine.
face.
Carl Brackhaven is no longer the leader of the Humanist Poly Club, essentially a group of very racist people who with political influence. And the power vacuum of the loss of those two individuals means that the upcoming election in the Seattle Metroplex for the governor is going to be an interesting one. But this current run has nothing to do with that. So this current run is brought to you by As Technology, helping the world one heart at a time. As Technology hired our runners to deliver a package of unknown nature from the city of You have not been told what it is.
We
don't
have a
actually
guess.
know.
We don't
We have
know.
a guess.
We think it's body size.
It's a box.
Yeah.
It is a
Someone
box
called it
that
crazy.
is smaller than larger than a bread box and smaller than a house.
There's an angry person demanding we give them their grandmother back. So.
I'm getting there. Slow down.
spoilers.
Let me do this recap. This is my job.
Okay. Okay.
Assassin me.
Going well.
So they were hired by As Technology. They met with a granny, an old lady Johnson, who was knitting in a cafe. And they were hired to deliver, those are the words I was looking for, deliver a package from the city of Seattle to the city of Hermasillo in the nation of S.I.N.S. The intended use for this package is a ritual that will cure the city that has currently been infected with a significant outbreak of the disease VITAS, which was a virally induced syndrome that causes people to just sort of spontaneously fall into anaphylactic shock. That has a very short incubation period of about 12 hours and an incredibly low survival rate. So they're looking at a very short window of time in which this ritual needs to be performed in order to save ideally the majority of the city, although at least 10 to 20% of the population is currently infected, and so they're predicting that at least 10 to 20% of the population will probably have died within the next 12 hours, despite the best efforts of our team. So the team met with their As Technology contact, Juanet Marcos, a As Technology mage, who will be escorting the package along with MMFEC to Atlan and the city of Hermasillo. So they put the package in the car, the van, into Dinah.
On van, Dinah.
Mainframe's van. And the package, is roughly human box sized.
If you go to the human box store,
Yeah, Yeah, you have to.
just
Put,
one
it's
of-
like refrigerator box. It's like a refrigerator box
Coffin
size. Yeah, like the size of a standard human coffin.
Okay.
Specifically.
Not a standard troll coffin or orc coffin. Specifically a standard human coffin.
It's nice someone buries us sometimes.
Yes.
They should just leave us there.
Yeah.
For the wolves.
We should just kicked into a
Bears.
convenient divot in the ground.
So, they put the package in the van and began their drive to the chartered flight that they have that's leaving from SeaTech Airport at about 3 p.m., I believe was when your flight was leaving.
Sure. Yes, it
We'll
was.
say it was 3. So on
this
their
is broad
drive
daylight.
down,
Oh.
everything was going great until another van crashed into them, or tried to. So now we find MMFEC in the middle of a van firefight on the I-5 freeway. They are up like this. The vans they're doing the thing and up against each other. Mordecai has now decided that levitating one of these, the other van, is a great idea.
It is.
So
Hey.
one of the vans is being slowly levitated onto its side.
Approximately how turned over is it?
It's probably like 3/4, like it's probably 45 degrees at this point.
Nice.
Good job.
Three individuals from the van have jumped onto the roof of Dinah and have ripped open the roof hole.
Yeah.
Well, one's of the
Splash.
sunroof,
The
and I
sunroof.
paid extra for that thing.
And are now currently pointing guns at the members of MMFEC. There is a large guardian spirit that has manifested inside the van. There is also a blood spirit that has manifested on top of the package because Cromwell decided that punching through the astral barrier that surrounded it was a reasonable plan. But he did a relatively good job of convincing people that it was not his fault. It was not an intentional choice. It was
did he?
totally an accident.
Ah.
So inside the van are members of MMFEC, and we are in fact starting at the top of our initiative order.
So we re-rolled for.
Nope, because we only went through one initiative.
You went through
pass,
1 out of 3. Has no more.
which means that it begins
I have a 4.
with Mordecai's turn.
All right, so I see this giant guardian spirit bearing down on me. So
Oh, and to be clear, the last thing that was said at the end of the last turn was, give us back Granny Powell, and we'll stop attacking you. And that was one of the individuals on the roof.
I'm very. I don't even think I noticed that being said because I'm just so distracted. But what I am going to do is I take out my towel and I brandish it, and I say, "Move too fast, you'll miss the mark. Say hello to my little shark." And I'm going to do a Force 8 summon.
They're shooting at us.
Yeah.
And
Just took bullets for him.
He's just
I do take a 2 dice penalty because I'm doing the levitation. And I am I got 4 hits, so
your net hits are 1.
that hits are 1. Okay, so I have to resist the drain from it, and somehow, to be clear, the towel does have an astral signature if anyone is like perceiving it or
Great.
dual natured. So there's something going on with that, and I do feel like I have some sort of clarity from doing that, and
most
so I
crowded
get an
van.
extra.
This is the most crowded van. To be clear, I think everyone inside the van is going to start taking penalties to actions
movement?
because there is literally 6 people, a box that's human-sized, and 3 spirits.
It's not any more crowded than when Sharky rides in the van.
Well, and speaking of, so although he hasn't materialized yet, but onto the astral plane, there's a huge surge of energy as Mega Sharky appears in his watery glory. He's like brought some of the ocean with him, and he has his huge crab claw pincers coming out of his head and a cybernetic eye, and he looks spectacular. And so he joins the fray.
I assume that's your turn, right? The summon?
And that's my turn to summon, and his initiative will be 29.
Okay. That puts it at Mainframe's turn next.
Right. last turn, did I attacked I data spiked the Decker, yes?
Yes, I believe that's what you did.
And is there anything particularly interesting about the personas that I'm looking at on the Matrix? So we established last time that there's both a Decker,
Yes.
but there's also a rigger manipulating the vehicle itself.
Yes.
Okay. So I've got two opponents. Nothing interesting about them. It's just they're just boring old personas.
They're pretty boring personas.
Well, I am still resplendent in my purple leotard and my leg warmers, and they should just behold my glory.
One of them's probably wearing like a Tron-like suit or something with a bunch of weird like lights. They look like something out of an old movie. I know.
What? I would like that if they weren't injuring my vehicle. I'm gonna need a lot of thumper dice because
We'll say that one's the Decker. Or the rigger, sorry. The rigger looks like an old Tron character, like white jumpsuit with like pattern lines that keep moving across their persona.
That's my. And for those who are new to the Shadowrun universe, Mainframe is in virtual reality right now. She's connected to her vehicle, but she only needs to pilot it once per combat round, and we have another one of those, so she's gonna continue to attack this round. She is connected via a cyber deck, and she has some implants and such, but she's going to, so I'm going to data spike, using fork to hit both targets. Where's the build that I did last week? Oh, well. Yeah, so I'm data spiking both. And then I'm going to roll 10 thumper dice, because this is 2 targets at once. It's definitely worth the expenditure. It is a lot of dice. 10 thumper dice.
Oh my.
Bye, guys. Thumpers, thank you so much. You did much better than I did. That is... 8 hits.
Your net hits are 1.
All right. I still got them both. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I rolled real well.
She rolled real well, but not enough because I damaged them. So with this build out, and I've got hammer there, net hits are 1. That is, the math is hard. 11.
Yep.
11 matrix damage each.
I'm going to add. I'm gonna add 3 dice to each of their resist tests because I would like them to continue being able to do their job. Okay, that's 1. Okay. And it's gonna be Sharky's turn up next.
So Sharky is going to materialize, but he's going to have to wait for further instructions.
Okay.
So this massive mega Sharky appears in the van next to him.
Great, another.
So how many sharks, or not one shark, how many spirits?
Yeah,
So
and we're
at
not
this
quite done
point-
yet. His turn
At
is
this
next.
point, everybody in the van that has a physical form will take a -2 penalty to any action that that involves any moving. So Mainframe is essentially
fine.
the only one.
I don't need
that
meat
is-
space.
Is fine because she is unconscious. Talking wouldn't be penalized, but literally anything that involves movement. And if you critically glitch, oh boy, will I have a field day.
All right, so on the Matrix, to finish out that combat term there, he looks like he likes Tron, so I throw the light discs at both of them. How much damage did we do?
A smidgen. You see the light just kind of like glance off of both of them. One of them is the one with the Tron suit, and then the other one has like a halo. Like they've gone kind of much more old school, like kind of, but everything looks sort of technological, but it's like a light ring around their head, and then like fake light wings and stuff. They went, oh yeah, no, they're going symbolic.
What is this, Halloween?
I could say the same thing to you.
No, I am ready for
What is
action.
this, Dance Dance
Wings are not
Revolution?
practical, even on the Matrix.
Very intense to-do list. Sorry, I enjoyed that joke. All right, so Sharky is manifested. Cromwell, it is your turn. Materialize. Sorry.
Roy. Cromwell stands up, Does he need to make a check to do that?
No, that is not considered. I will not make that an action, but whatever you do next.
He's actually just going to. He is going to take this time to activate his hands in case he needs them. But
Okay.
he's so if I understand correctly, Cromwell's down the ground. There is a knightly spirit that's been summoned with a glowy sword.
Yeah.
Who's swinging a sword inside this.
Yes.
Everyone else is scrambling below. There's at least one person, 2 people with guns on top.
Yeah.
Pointing them. The last thing that happened that I heard was, other than Sharky appearing, was the person on top said, "We won't attack you if you give us our Granny Powell back."
Yep.
Cromwell says, "All right. I don't know about the mage, but I'm on your side. We'll give her to her. Stop attacking us."
No!
Roll a.
And I'm being honest.
Yeah, so probably a negotiation.
Okay.
Trying to negotiate, honestly.
The
Negotiate.
sharks and bears spin around Cromwell's arms thanks to Mordecai's spell. He's a little better at this than normal, but he's not exactly a negotiator. So he is going to rely on the rabbits who believe in him.
How much reliance?
6 thumper dice on this roll. And yes, and this. And we don't have any edge. He manages to
Not right now.
3. Due to the fact that Cromwell has bad luck, which is unfortunately a negative trait, this is a glitch, and he rolled 1 hit.
Wait.
At least it's not a critical.
So
it
Cromwell gets the whole sentence out. But what is heard through the garbling of the mage yelling and these like summoning of spirits is what is it that you said again? Repeat what you said.
I said, something like, you want your grandmother back? I'm on your side. I don't know about the mage.
And then something that probably gets translated across is
Stop
like,
attacking.
oh yeah, attack, mage. I don't know. Like just a few words are heard by what they say, of what you have said, and that means that you hear possibly like a murmur up top, and ting, ting, ting,
Like an apple
small
mermaid.
sound
No!
on the inside of the van.
Wait.
And a flashbang detonates. So everybody needs to resist 10 stun damage.
What if you have the cool glasses?
It is
Yeah.
flashbang.
Yeah.
So
What if your senses are turned off?
there's still some stun damage because it's still.
Yeah.
Some is it full or is it?
Yeah.
I will have you roll your resist, but you'll resist half damage.
Me? Oh.
No, mainframe.
I have fancy glasses.
Because there's still like an impact on your physical senses, but less so on your eyes.
I just rolled regular dodge.
Cromwell's ponytail is blown back a little bit, but he takes no damage.
ponytail?
You have a ponytail?
Yeah, it's normally under his hat, so it's
No
pretty
one
subtle.
knows you have a ponytail.
I knew.
I had no idea.
I didn't know.
This is episode 31.
It's neatly, he wears his bowler, and it's neatly pulled back and tied into a.
No.
Yeah.
You're no. He doesn't have a. No.
I'm not-
No one even looks at me because I'm a troll and they can't stand my
No, we
hideous
look at
face.
you.
We just don't look at the back of your neck.
I've been traveling with you how long, and you haven't noticed I have this ponytail?
I can't see up that high.
Were we supposed to roll
I'm a
dodge
dwarf
or
and I
just-
knew he had a
It's just a
ponytail.
damage resist.
Oh,
It's just a
then
damage
that's
resist.
more. Mordecai.
There's no dodging this grenade in the. It's a flashbang. To be clear, me setting off a fragmentation grenade would not be good for their objective. So you have that advantage.
Mordecai takes 4 stun damage. This Sharky, however, his immunity, flashbang is not strong enough
Yeah,
to.
no, I figured. The spirits are like, wait, what?
I swear, I have flare compensation.
1 stun damage.
Does that not do anything?
That gives you +2 to your dice roll, to your dodge roll, damage resist roll.
Well, that's good.
Aha!
Fang screams because of light.
Oh, I guess I should. Mage. The mage is
Elsie's not super
pleased,
hardy,
actually.
but the good news with the van being so full, she was pretty much pressed up against the side of the van by Sharky materializing, so she actually didn't have a good line of sight on the flashbang.
Oh God!
What had happened?
What's this? Loud noise.
Glad it wasn't a grenade.
Why would you say that?
Type of grenade.
It's definitely like a type of grenade.
So the next thing that happens, Mordecai,
Yes.
is you have a levitate spell. It's force 12, right?
Pardon?
You have a force 12 levitate
Yes.
spell. So what they're going to try and resist, and by they I mean the driver of this van is going to basically try and drive the van out of this levitate spell. They are unhappy with this situation. They're going to attempt to use the weight of the van against you and just hit the accelerator as fast as they can. So I think you probably roll your magic in the force of the spell, like you did for, we'll say we do it for like a dispel, and then I'm going to use the object resistance in the vehicle's body. Which is a lot, but like that result. So fuck it. Guess what I'm gonna add?
Thumper dice.
I just have to see how many.
How many are you gonna add?
Well, read the question and sing.
I'm
Just
going to
out
add
of
10.
No.
Then, would you mind handing me 10 thumper dice?
Do it! 10 dice.
It's full of
One,
that.
two,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I
Seven,
I
eight.
did it in my hand.
Oh, good job. All right,
hand
I'm
control.
adding 10 too. Come on, thumpers.
Come on.
Let's keep this levitate spell going. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits.
How many did you get, Lauren?
got 10.
Yay!
It's a yay?
Well, there's no like.
Yay boo?
The force of your spell is reduced to 10.
Okay.
Wait.
So now it's moving at 10 feet per
Yep.
combat turn.
10 meters.
Or 10 meters, excuse me. per
Negative
combat turn.
6 dice are.
I think it's because you used.
Oh, because that's why you're tapping.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
She's looking at
I'm,
our
I'm
little.
looking at our little
readouts.
thing. And
Oh, you guys must get something different than I do?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm learning.
It
Internet.
looks as if Thumper Legion Dog somehow took 6 dice
Oh.
from Cromwell to
I
us.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
But I believe that Legion Dog would never do that
No.
to poor Cromwell.
Dogs are well behaved. All right. Fuck that
Sorry,
shit.
internet. I'm slowing you
Fine.
down.
Okay.
Uh-oh. GM's pissed.
Mainframe.
Ah!
In the Matrix.
Yeah.
Christ.
In the Matrix.
In
you
the
see,
Matrix.
The angel, the haloed persona, like unfurls its wings and like I don't know, pulls out, we'll say, a glowing spear and is going to lob it at you. So go ahead and resist. They are data spiking.
Oh no. No.
Fine, everything's gonna be fine.
And I am adding 5 thumper dice.
I am going to add 7 thumper dice.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah, that's what. Those are that's the situation. I should have definitely had 3 hits of the thumper dice hit. 5 hits.
You need to resist 8 matrix damage.
Are they attacking me or the car?
Your persona. They know what you about. You attacking their persona, they attacking your persona. It's a persona off.
I
All
just
right.
imagine this 8-bit Atari battle, like,
Like Pong.
boop, 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 and they're just, that was weird. But yeah, they're just, firing multiple pixels back and forth.
They're just shifting 1s and 0s around, really.
Yes, that is all it is.
I will use another 4 thumper dice.
but those 1s and 0s are going directly into Mainframe's brain. So.
Yes.
Yeah. And then coming out different numbers.
Yes.
There's a little bit of damage. It's not too bad. Everything is fine.
Interesting. Okay. Is this the choice that I want to make?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
I think giving up Like surrender is always a good choice.
This is the choice that I want to make. So the mage, the one of the people on the top of the vehicle, clearly just heard we're going to attack you along those lines. It believes that you very much do not have the intention of giving this person back, and therefore they must take that action into their own hands. Is going to throw a blast. At who do they see?
Cromwell and Fang are standing
I was
below
technically in front.
the thing. There's a shark in there. I'm not sure where Mordecai and Elsie are exactly.
I'm standing in front of Mordecai.
That's
so.
right.
It's probably Fang.
I'm big. I tried to punch someone in the face and it didn't work.
Yeah, so it's probably Fang. So they're gonna fire a blast at you.
Okay.
So you're gonna resist with reaction and intuition.
That makes sense. But if I get a -1 from my S.I.N track, doesn't that take -1 dice?
Also remember, you're in a penalty to dodging.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're in this really crowded vehicle. It's very cozy in there.
Oh, you know what? I should roll when I'm salty Morocco.
Oh, how'd you roll?
5.
Okay, so you need to resist
Magic sucks.
7. Armor piercing -7.
Fine. That's fine.
How do you like the wappy slappy now?
I hate the wappy smell.
That's not the wappy slappy.
I'm gonna add 3 thumbs.
That's
choop choop choop.
I'm gonna add 3.
That's the
distance.
Pewy Patooey.
It's Pewy Patooey.
Oh, okay. I guess I won't.
And it's gonna resist some drain.
7, you said?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! So Fang, you know, being the champ that she always is, just like hit me, bro, and then it, you know, gleans off because magic can't affect cybernetics.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, the drone is gonna open fire on you as well.
Oh.
It's okay. Drones don't affect like meat bots.
Yeah.
So
So half and half. I'm the best of both
You're
worlds.
just gonna meat shield right now.
Yeah, that's what I
Whoa!
decided.
Okay, you're cool. Roll your dodge. Reaction to intuition.
I don't know if that was a good roll.
She's happy.
that's not
Can you show me your face? I'm
Yeah.
gonna add 5 thumper dice.
You can go full defense too.
I
No, she
can't. I
can't.
have
She
no
has
more initiative.
no initiative left.
I used the
Please
rest
live.
of my initiative to save.
Doesn't she have like
Oh,
a
to
little?
save me.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't she have like a little bit of initiative?
No, I have 0.
No, she has
Literally
0. We had to subtract 10 from the number 5, so technically she is a negative initiative.
How much am I supposed to get? Well, I did good. I got 4.
Okay, you need to resist.
No. Don't die, Fang. Not again.
13 physical damage, armor piercing -4.
Oh my
-4,
god.
that's fine. That's fine. How much do I have to roll? Live! 13?
Please
Is that
live.
what you said?
Yep.
That's fine.
So much to live for.
It's fine.
Well,
We just dumped this box of armor in here.
got
freedom.
some stuff to live.
Oh,
She has freedom to live
wow.
for. You have
Edge,
edge, right?
use
You have
edge.
edge.
I don't have edge.
You're out of your own edge.
I have 2, but that's
You have some thumper dice.
I mean,
I
aside
mean,
from
no,
dying.
because I've already rolled my dice, so I can't add thumper to it. That's
This
what
is a separate roll. This
Oh,
is your
I know.
damage resist, not your dodge.
No, I'm good now. I'm good, guys. So,
Don't. No.
I'm
Use
So
your
you're
edge.
like, bring it, mage!
Yeah,
and then the drone is like,
bullets.
target acquired.
it's cool. Fang's just gonna hunker down, I guess, because I'm ignoring what my comrades are saying.
Don't we
as,
get covered from like
as
seats?
bullets just like rip through half of her.
Well, we clarified that Cromwell and Fang are basically underneath the hull, so they don't have cover. Like Elsie and Mordecai and you have cover. You actually have excellent cover because you're in the driver's seat. I presume.
Cromwell sees this happen to you, and that little box he's been stuffing all his emotions into bursts open,
Yeah.
and you just see his eyes turn that weird
Yeah.
color that happens
Oh, good.
before.
Because literally a line of bullets just tore through, like, helmet, cracks the Fang and Fang. Bullet, blood from somewhere, blood for somewhere, like right in the hip region, because, you know, Fang used to have great hips, and now she doesn't as much.
Classy read.
So we're in a confined area with a berserking troll. That's always
Yeah,
the news.
Bleeding orc.
Yeah.
It's
Team
okay
Frog.
because the spirit The
Which
guardian spirit
Oh, good,
that
the
was
guardian
summoned.
spirit.
Wait,
the
the
blood
blood mage one?
spirit is just hunkering down at this point. The blood spirit is not intending to engage in the fray, as is the mage and as technology. Like, this is your guys' job. They have the job to protect the package, kind of as the last defense. But the guardian spirit, who I think was very clearly instructed to go for the mage, was gonna go for the mage. So he's going to charge at you, raising his glowing sword full of radiant light at you as he brings it down for a melee attack. So
There is another mage. in the
Intuition.
band.
Yeah, but that one doesn't count. Don't forget to get a -2 to melee, because, you know.
Yes, because he's a spirit. I know. Yeah, no,
Well,
I
but
remember that. He's the only one I have in the van.
I'm currently taking a negative. Do I have the penalty as well for my defense roll?
Yeah.
So that means I'm taking a total -5 penalty.
Oh my God.
Because I'm levitating the van.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And
you
I've
can
got the
stop that
stun.
levitation whenever you want.
I can.
Wait,
That's
isn't it
too
on
late.
its side? If we drop it now, won't it
It
just
won't be able to
crash?
drive.
Because it's at a 45-degree angle, right?
Drop it on its side.
So if you just
50%,
drop the van
50-50.
down.
How far over is it? That's my question. Like,
We have not even gone 3 seconds yet, so
Oh.
we haven't gotten through the end. So by the end of this combat turn, it'll be at 45 degrees.
by the end of this combat turn. Great.
Great.
So let's start with some basics. I'm gonna go full defense,
Okay.
which brings my roll up to 14.
Yes.
And it's also melee, so I'm gonna do an unarmed strike block. So I'm going to attempt to sort of
you're taking off 15?
shove him. So it's 15 total that I'm taking off of my initiative. So that gets me up to 17. Let's see how that goes.
I really want to hit him, so I'm gonna add 5 thumper dice before I even roll.
Of course.
I want that levitate to be done.
Why do you always get salty?
So
with
can I
the
add
enemies?
thumper dice at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's add 10 more thumper dice. Oh god.
Oh God.
Oh god. Oh god. Great, thank you. Oh thumpers. Oh, my prayers are with you. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits.
What's your physical limit?
My physical limit is 5. Does that apply to a dog?
Pretty sure it does. I think the only thing that doesn't have a limit is armor, is the defense thing.
That would suck.
Either way, he misses. That's unfortunate. Great on my part. All right, fine.
Thank you,
That
thumpers.
finally puts it at Elsie's turn.
Great. We need to know a couple things. So we got 2 people on the roof. 3 people on the roof, circling this whole sun roof, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hatch, but
Yeah.
I like to call it a sunroof, all right? It's my car. It's a sunroof.
It's a carpool.
Did they also open the other door? Because I thought they opened the other
They
door.
opened
and
their
left-
door on the opposite side of the van.
That's why I got confused. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they got out of their van onto the roof of your
Okay.
van.
So in our van, our side, or is it a side door or a back door?
I
Yes,
assumed your
we
van.
we have all of the above, and they are closed. But
Okay.
I can, they're yeah.
Okay. If Elsie's about 5'2", if she held her hand straight up, would she hit the roof of the van?
It's
I think probably not, because I may.
might be able to scooch up a little bit. Are you standing? Or are you?
I'm standing.
If she's
Yeah.
standing, she would hit the
Yeah.
top of the van. It's not
Yeah.
a box truck.
Yeah,
it's a
not
van.
huge. Great. So, Elsie pauses and then, reaches in and pulls out her monofilament chainsaw.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so happy right
And
now.
starts that puppy up and decides that she's going to just try to scare the living bejesus out of everybody on that roof, who are probably watching the whole and maybe not watching it. So yeah, she'll start, and she's just like, inwardly, she's like, oh God, mainframe, I am so sorry. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna like let her know. Maybe she won't notice.
Won't notice.
And I take the chainsaw through the rope and just.
I hear that
kinda-
over the comm.
So give me an agility and your chainsaw skill, which would be an exotic melee weapon.
Great. I'm gonna get some help from the chat on this. So I'm going to throw in.
Please don't glitch this, by the way.
No. I'm gonna throw in 8 thumper dice because Elsie's a petite girl and having a chainsaw backfire on you is not.
I saw a horror
good
movie
thing.
when that happened.
Yeah, it's a stuff of nightmares.
It could cleave
and-
your face in half.
Yeah, right.
Did you wear goggles?
I do have goggles.
Oh, good. Then you're good. Safety wear.
And not in my eyes. They're just resting on my head.
She said have, not wear.
Great. So I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Which is pretty good. Thanks, though.
How many dice did you use again?
Sorry?
Did you use thumper dice?
Yeah.
How many?
8. Which is a good thing. I had some dice because.
Mainframe hears the chainsaw and just yells, "How many times do I have to explain that the doors have handles?"
So you're yelling that into the Matrix. I don't think you actually heard the chainsaw. You
Well, over the comms. Yes.
Oh no, I wouldn't have let her hear that over the comms.
I have configured myself so I can hear things. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, that's
I
probably
have
fair.
that choice to allow
You
myself
probably
to
have
hear
some
things
sort of
in the
sensors
Matrix.
in
But
inside
it's
your
going
vehicle
through
as
your
well.
comm, not through mine. That's for sure. Like you're not.
You
picking
might have
up-
shut yours off. Mine's not off.
Yeah.
What else is? Mordecai doesn't even know. how to
I'd
turn it
mute
off.
mine, so I.
Someone started a chainsaw, maybe.
You just yell that into the
No,
Matrix.
I just
And I'm
and
just
the
saying
stuff
into.
yep.
I just say it into my comm like, oh, that other van has a chainsaw.
Give me a quick con. No, it's fine.
Oh, that's nice. I see those dice there. That's.
Yeah.
No respect.
It's cool.
I mean,
Hey.
Mainframe's gonna know it's you.
Dinah
You're
can
the
be
one-
repaired.
Oh, she totally thinks that's the other
Fang
van.
cannot be
Oh
resurrected.
yeah.
I'm technically not dead yet.
I know, but
I rolled a 6.
we're
She-
trying to keep it that way.
She has
A
no.
little bit more worried than I am.
Totally believes it's the other van has
Okay.
a chainsaw. That's.
That you hear like kind of a yelp from above, and like again, this time like part of the face peers over and is the same one that was talking to you before.
Which is.
And they yell down like, "We just need Daisy Powell. We don't care about the rest of you. Give us the package that you have."
I yelled back, "You could have asked nicely."
It's true. It's a valid observation.
But and then I do say, stand down, and we will stand down, and then we can talk like adults. Most of us will stand down if you stand down.
Did you get
Give me a negotiation.
You did. Oh gosh. Let's see. So let me double check this because he is a stranger to me, which is great. Yeah.
Is it great?
Elsie doesn't
It
believe
is.
in stranger danger.
No, strangers are great because I actually can hoodwink a stranger. I have first and second.
They don't know who you are.
They don't know who I am.
Right now, we've already got plenty of garden variety danger.
All they have to go on is you're a tiny teenager holding a chainsaw.
She might look like a young adult with a chainsaw in her hand.
Oh.
I think a chainsaw ages you a bit.
I'm rolling great tonight.
Does it?
7.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't
like-
hear a response at this
like a
moment in time
blazer.
because time moves very quickly while we're in initiative. That brings it back to mainframe now.
Well, this is the last of the combat round, right? So
Yes.
I need to pilot my vehicle, but I would like to do so in an evasive manner that it throws the people or the person on the roof off guard.
If you would like to make an actual vehicle roll, you can do that to try and.
Does that count as piloting the vehicle since I'm consciously doing so?
Yep.
That's what I would like to do.
So give me a handling. No, handling is your limit. So a reaction plus your pilot groundcraft skill. Great.
Yeah.
The limit is low, but the number of dice we have is high.
Because you're.
4 hits.
Okay. Let's see.
Actually, my limit's 3, so it's 3 hits.
Oh. Still good.
How the people on the roof do. So far, they're all holding
You know,
on.
what's that thing?
All of them like
on
kind of
cars.
hunker down, and you realize that like they've probably used some sort of things to like
Probably the
themselves
chainsaw I was told
stabilized.
about.
Yeah, maybe it was a chainsaw. Maybe like they fired a grappling hook into the roof of your car. Who knows?
Glad it's not Ben Hellshark.
And then
See? You would be upset if this was your van. I'm just saying.
it is
Notice if
Sharky's
it was
turn.
his van.
Sharky is going to delay until Mordechai's turn.
It is Cromwell's turn.
Okay, from Cromwell's point of view, he attempted to make peace with these people. I assume he assumes they heard what he said.
Probably.
And they reacted to his peaceful offer by firing bullets into Fang, who he really likes and is very protective of.
Oh, and grenade too. They threw a grenade in there.
Yeah, the flash bomb.
Yeah, Cromwell's okay with grenades. He gets that. It's just a flashbang. But the hurting his friend really upset him. I want to do this. I want to leap. I want to pull myself out of the hatch and leap into the open door of the other van.
Oh God.
The other van, which is like
Which
in
is
the process
tilted,
of falling
yeah.
over.
So we're still in that 3-second period in which
Yeah.
they jumped in. So I assume.
It's probably not that far over. It's the far door, so you'd have to leap up, you'd have to cross the roof to the other van, and then you'd have to get inside.
Right. So maybe it will take multiple turns, or at least.
Yeah,
2
because it'd be
rounds.
probably at least 2 gymnastics checks, one to get in and then one to get out and then one to get in. So you can get onto the roof of the other van at the end of this turn.
Okay. If I'm. Can I climb up with just movement? Or.
No, to climb out, it's
Okay.
going to need to be a gymnastics test.
So there's no way I could attack the people on the roof this combat turn anyway.
No.
Okay.
Not from melee.
Then Cromwell simply leaps, just roaring the whole time, onto the roof with his first gymnastics check and prepares to leap into the other van.
Okay.
He's roaring the entire time. You want a gymnastics check?
Please.
Fortunately, Cromwell's pretty good at that right now.
This is what needs to happen.
6 hits.
6 hits. That'll do it. So you grab the sides and hurl yourself through the hole and land fairly spectacularly. So now there's just 4 people surrounding it. There was 1 on each side, and now you're on the other one.
Yeah.
And it's.
Oh, Yiv's not a banjo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the noise I heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah. It was the Western.
Yeah,
stand-up.
now I get it, but before.
Yeah, that.
Sound effects.
All right.
Hey, Blondie.
Great. Okay. Well, now that you've done that, it's probably in their best interests to not have you do what's
Yeah.
So they're not going to shoot at you. The street samurai individual, the fairly augmented, probably got like one nice looking cyber arm and like a cyber hand, is going to pull up, their assault rifle and fire it at you.
All right. Cromwell is too angry to really execute a full defense, so he's just going to rely on his normal defense.
Well, you also don't have the initiative for full defense anyway.
Oh, fair enough.
That part's just not an option.
We are at the end of the combat.
Good measure. I'm gonna add 4 thumper dice.
Cromwell's,
Because it seems smart.
I think Cromwell's in the middle of just this like feral jump. So I'm gonna use some thumper dice to kind of help with this flow he's got going on. Specifically, I'm gonna use 5 thumper dice.
Okay.
Keep a few remaining, so because I may need it if I'm gonna leap onto another van later.
There's a small chance.
I'm gonna do that with my defense roll. 7.
It's. You need to resist. 11 physical damage, armor piercing -2. What?
Piercing -2.
You
Perfect.
got hit by a drone.
Oh, it's a
Gunzer.
drone?
Yeah. Yeah, not a person. Oh, side note, there's also a drone that's just like.
All right.
The drone hurts. I
back to
think
drones
hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, drones hurt more than people.
Bullets
drones
just
can
the
have
bullets just spray onto Cromwell, and they kind of damage some of the stitching. but they hit that inner layer. They mostly rub off, and Cromwell's angry. He has a little like, and then one last bullet like goes right into his neck and like blows out a little bit. You know, it doesn't, not in mortal danger, but it definitely like punctures a vein.
No! That seems like mortal danger.
Well, eventually.
All right. Van's gonna try another resist.
Great fun.
All my rigger's doing.
Teach him magic, Big Papa.
Yeah,
This
the
time
next
your
game's
force is 10.
sticking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits.
No!
Yeah!
No!
Yes!
No!
Why didn't you use Thumper Dice? We didn't have to. We don't have Thumper Dice to spare.
The van!
Like hardly any. I'm trying not to die.
The van revs to life. And as it's teetering on to that 45th degree that would have probably over-toppled it into, to be fair, would have toppled it into your van. It like...
I was tipping it the other way.
I have a
the
diagram.
other way, so the
not gonna
bottom
top-
part of it
I
would
have a
take the under.
diagram, Lauren.
'Cause that's, it would have scraped up the side of Dana with its tires.
I mean,
Dinah!
Whatever.
Why are we so salty?
I guess it's moot now.
It manages to right itself and rocks kind of gently into it, and you feel the power, the spell, the levitate spell in the vehicle ceases to be sufficient to hold the force. Through sheer brute force and will of this rigger.
I wanted to
I hate
make
this
that van turn over.
Tell the other vans. We're gonna let you do what you want. All right. That felt good. The mage on the roof, seeing this large, fearsome troll, is going to. Ooh, yep, he's gonna use that spell.
No.
Whatever it is, no. He's going to kind of be like, oh shit, and kind of fire at you a stream of what appears to be both fire and water at the same time. Colloquially, maybe referred to as napalm.
No!
Really? Because I was hoping it would just like the water would put the fire out and the water would evaporate and it would just turn into a little poof at the
Did
end.
we skip my turn?
No, you spent 15 initiative, so you're bumped back down.
Okay.
So you now have 22, which
Yep.
means you go.
That's what I
later.
have. Okay.
Yep. All right. So the mage is going to fire at you. Reaction plus intuition to defend.
Reaction plus intuition for just normal defense. Okay.
Yep. Doesn't interrupt spell.
6.
Fine. He misses. It's Mordecai's turn.
Yeah!
Puny water gun.
Now that the mages have had all of their attacks, I'm going to take this opportunity to declare my intent to use spell defense on anyone I can see.
Okay.
They're targeted with magic. But what I'm going to do right now is, first of all, I'm going to direct Sharky to defend us.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast a mana barrier around myself. And I'm going to do reckless spell casting to do that.
Okay. So casting a mana barrier around yourself?
Mhm.
Like as armor, or because it kind of has to remain in a fixed location.
Well,
Or
it can
has
be
on
attached
an
to a person.
object.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's attached to me basically, so
Okay.
it moves with me. And I'm going to cast it at force 1, but I'm going to use reagents to pump up the power of it, change the limit of it, and I'm going to use my my focus to sustain it. And I'm doing reckless spell casting here, so it's going to cause extra drain. Let's see.
You're doing 2 at once, right?
So. So I got 5 hits. So it's a barrier. It's a mana barrier with armor and structure rating of 5 that appears around me,
Okay.
and I'm able to resist the drain from that.
Okay. The drone.
And it should be Sharky's turn because he was delaying.
Oh, yes. Delaying till after yours. Great. Sharky gets to go.
So Sharky is going to. Can Sharky see the mage from where he's at?
No, Mage is on the roof. Sharky
All right.
manifested inside. Sharky can see the spirit.
In that case, he's going to go after the spirit. He's going to use his electric eel whip. He's going to crack it at him. So that's a.
A poor electric eel that has been subjugated into being a
He
weapon.
loves it.
It likes it. Don't yuck its yum
Is it
yum.
a servant that, or a spirit that serves Sharky?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like a really lesser spirit. He's working his way up.
And so that's.
Someday he'll be summoned just for being himself.
Not today.
And so I guess he takes a 2 dice penalty because of the
Yes.
space that they're in.
Yes, the crowding is getting slightly lower, but it's still overcrowded.
Okay, but then the guardian spirit will also take that penalty, I guess, in defending. And that's reaction and intuition.
Great.
So 5 hits.
Your net hits are 2.
So it's going to do 18 physical cold damage. Electric damage. And I guess it's just resisted by the spirit's body. And it'll have the usual electricity effects as well.
Okay. So it drops the spirit's initiative.
By 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
And gives it a -1 penalty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sharky is pleased.
All right. The drone is gonna open fire at Cromwell because again, you are now the meatiest target in their vicinity, and definitely not like you look like someone that yelled "attack, kill them all," and that's what they heard. So.
Tony understands. Cromwell doesn't.
So go ahead and roll your reaction and intuition.
Nice. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7.
Dodge. All right. End of the combat turn. Everybody rolls initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. I'm not surprised anymore, so this should go well.
Oh God.
Nope, it did not go well. It actually went worse. Okay.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah, I rolled 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
I am.
How did you
rolling
get
it
worse
tonight.
Not a
than
good
5?
round.
I guess 5 was because you used some of it. All right, Cromwell.
29.
Elsie.
18.
Fang.
19.
Mainframe.
25.
Mordecai.
29.
Sharky.
21.
Ooh, I like her low numbers this
My
time. guys.
edge is higher
Yeah,
than
so
Mordecai's.
Okay.
Cromwell
So
will go
Cromwell,
first.
you are up first.
All right, so I was just attacked by some of the guns and a mage and a drone.
Yep. A lot of things just hit you.
The van door is open. I think there's probably a Decker inside it.
It's a reasonable assumption.
A helpless Decker.
I know your plan now. I get it. I get it.
And he's really angry. I think he's gonna leap into the van.
Okay. Give me another gymnastics check.
Alrighty. We're gonna use 4 thumper dice. I don't feel confident that Lauren won't have me smack onto the pavement if I fail this roll. That is 6 hits.
That'll do. So you leap from where you are, having just been fired upon, and you kind of like grab, like it's very parkour. You grab the edges of the van and then just like single-handedly hoist yourself into the interior of it.
Right, if this were an anime comic, there would be like multiple shots of Cromwell's screaming face with lots of
Yes.
speed lines,
Yes.
like in every direction.
I understand this.
And then close-ups of everyone in the van, their faces. But the Deckers would be like,
I don't have action left, but do I see anybody in the van?
Give me a quick perception check. No, that's stupid. Yes, there are 2 people in the van. Why did I? Yeah, there are 2 people in the front of the van. They're both in VR.
Okay, great.
Oh God.
All
They
right.
have to know, though. They have to.
Mordecai.
Oh, and sorry, one more thing. Can I move so I'm at least out of sight of some of the people on the other van?
You're out of sight of them.
Okay, excellent.
'Cause you're inside the van.
Yes.
They did not exit the roof of their van. They exited the side door.
Right.
So, who can I see, first of all?
From the inside,
From where I am in the van.
easily you can see the spirit,
Yeah.
the guardian spirit. There's a bug.
I saw that bug. Good bug.
Oh! Wow, that bug accomplished a lot.
That bug has thumper dice.
Yeah. For those who didn't see what has happened, the bug landed on my coffee cup, so I hit my coffee cup, so my coffee cup fell over, and a small amount of coffee landed on the table.
Not the
Next
computer,
to the laptop.
but not on the laptop.
Yeah.
Lauren succeeded on her composure roll.
It was a glitch, but not a critical glitch.
Yeah.
So,
For those
easily you can see the spirit. Everyone else has good cover.
I can't see the drone, or...
The drone you can see, although it is kind of moving back and forth. But yeah, you could probably see the drone. It's mostly been moving into position to fire at people from the inside, and it probably backed up a fair amount to fire at Cromwell.
So long as I have line of sight on it, that's all I need.
It still has cover.
You should all be careful when trapped in a cage with the glorious Towel Mage. I say.
Take a -3 penalty to your roll because it has cover.
That I'm not rolling anything for that. That's just
Okay.
a free action.
Yeah, no, I know. This is whatever you're gonna roll. You're firing at the drone.
Actually, I was going to heal Fang.
Oh!
Fine then.
This is the best thing that ever happened to me today.
Do I take a -3 penalty to that?
I mean, I want to say yes.
Uh,
So I'm gonna roll this die that has the words yes and no on it. Yeah, you do.
That doesn't.
Great.
No,
Well-
you take a -2 penalty to it because you're moving inside. It's my time. They got me a towel. I'm a towel mage now.
Rhyme.
Yeah. So here is
You-
my towel.
You look ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, pot.
In that case, I'm going to recklessly spellcast.
Oh.
So I'll. So
No,
Fang.
you can make an agility check to get to Fang without taking a penalty to heal her, or you can take the penalty.
I'm right in front of him.
Yeah.
There's the
Well, I've decided.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I want to recklessly spellcast anyway
Great.
to try to get this drone as well. So I have a penalty from my stun damage, but I'm not levitating the thing anymore.
It's true.
I don't think I need to take a penalty to heal her though, right? I mean, you have an essence penalty, right?
Yes.
What's your-
Oh,
yeah, like
My
yeah.
essence is less than 1.
Yeah, so I'm only going to be
Rounds up, right?
rolling. I'm only going to be rolling 10 dice
I
on this.
believe that's a 5 dice penalty to healing her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm only rolling 10 dice on this.
Uh,
but,
Wow.
still
I managed
alive.
to heal her for 5 points,
That's great. That's actually enough where I'm not
and I resisted the drain from that. And now I'm spying that drone, and I'm going to throw a power bolt at it.
Great.
So this is
We'll do physical damage.
pardon?
Power bolt
It's
is-
physical damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 5 physical damage, resisted only by the body of the drone.
Okay.
If you're just tuning in, Fang is laying. Our group is mostly in our own van, being,
our band.
being either cut down or
Shut up.
Adding
using
3
chainsaws.
Drones are weak and pathetic, so I am adding 3 thumper dice.
Oh.
On top of our van are several enemies: a mage, someone with a gun, a street samurai of some sort, and a drone. Cromwell's in the other van, the enemy van, with 2 people in VR, probably controlling the van, and maybe the drone.
Yes, that is factual. So,
So-
you're controlling both of those things.
The way this works, I just like look at the drone and I summon the energy through me, and it just like cooks the drone's electronics at a distance.
I know that spell. Similar to one I used earlier on Fang.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah. Alright. That makes it Mainframe's turn.
All right. I want to switch my program loadout for my free action and load Tantrum in. instead of, let's just say, encryption. And then we're gonna go ahead and data spike those 2 targets again.
Great.
By the way, I think Cromwell, as well as he can while he's growling, has let you know that he is what he's doing mainframe.
I don't.
So you know that these two may not be.
Like through grunts, or
I don't know if she
Okay.
knows.
No, she knows
So-
his location.
Okay.
So she knows Cromwell's in the van.
I'm going to use, how much do I have? I'm gonna use 5 thumper dice to assist my roll. I have scored 7 hits.
Okay.
With my forked data spike against both personas, so the rigger that's driving the vehicle and the Deca.
So you missed the rigger. Not the rigger, the decker. But the rigger rolls fewer dice. And you hit the the rigger.
All right,
Missed
so
the decker, hit the rigger.
So the tantrum is going to make him nauseous for several rounds of combat, I make him nauseous by making his senses believe that his vehicle has done like a 360, like he's just done a barrel roll.
Good.
Yeah. So what were the net hits on him?
The net hits were 2.
Great. That is 12 matrix damage.
Great.
So Tantrum is a program you can use on your build out that affects the senses of somebody who's in VR, in virtual reality. It makes them believe that they are experiencing sensations that are unpleasant.
All right.
it's like a PlayStation
So
VR.
he took some damage. Did he?
did.
Did my light disc hit?
Yeah, it did. It did. It was a pretty solid hit.
Yeah.
You see like a
Did a
small
little cartwheel
some little bit
before doing it.
of like
Nice.
data chips, kind of like data cubes flying off.
Bits.
Bits. Yeah, little bits. Little sparkles. However, now this is the chunk of time that is mine, and I like this piece of time. On the roof. Cromwell, you hear the sounds of footsteps, like coming after you. And let's see whether or not they make it.
Can I suppose I can take an interrupt to just shut the door.
No. In your rage, no. The street samurai does a single hand sort of cartwheel down and slides in. You realize that there were handrails that they were holding onto, and they just sort of land in there. So they are prepared to stop you. They cannot, however, take another complex action.
They're better than us.
They planned this. They had planning time.
One of them's nauseous though now.
One of them is nauseous. The drone pulls away from the roof and drops down so that it now has line of sight on Cromwell, and it's gonna fire because you're going to try and beat the shit out of its controller. But it is not. Actually, the drone isn't nauseous. That one is operating on its own initiative. How many hits?
6 hits is my defense.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so you need to resist 11 physical damage. Oh, nope, that's not the drone. 12 physical damage, armor piercing -4.
-4.
And they're all going in different orders. The mage stays on the roof. And you might hear sort of some mumblings of they're in the van.
Some of the drone's bullets do go into Cromwell.
Oh,
They
no!
pepper his bicep, rip his suit up even more, which just makes him more angry.
The mage is wait, did they say that they were gonna give the person to us? Why are you still why are they still fighting us? There's some confusion over the fact that, you're not standing down, so they're probably not gonna stand down. So the mage This is unfortunate when the face goes last.
I know.
It's really hard because everyone else is really dumb.
Excuse me.
I think it's just poor communication.
Just bad communication.
That's what it
yeah, no, they really,
Face
they
could
really
seize
need
the
to
initiative.
work on that. The face could have done that, but the face didn't do that.
She's 15. Give her a break.
Oh, now we're supposed to give you a break. Not when
Neither
you're making
face
people
did.
cry.
So the mage,
Look at their face.
who's probably most directly under the hatch?
Me. If Cromwell left, it's me.
Is it still Fang?
It's great. Yeah.
So the
Fang
mage is
hasn't
gonna fire another blast at you. So
So, to be clear, the mana barrier around me is a 1 meter radius, so it's probably going to be around Fang as well, since I was casting this heal spell on her. And I'm also going to be using spell defense to protect her.
okay.
But it needs, depending on the kind of spell, it may need to either get through the mana barrier first. Like, what kind of a spell is it?
It's a physical spell. It's
So, first, it's going to collide with the mana barrier then,
Yeah.
and it needs to try to take that down.
yeah. So it's gonna try and take down the mana barrier.
This is great.
Okay.
I like this.
So the mana barrier had 4 hits, I believe. So it's rolling. Well, it depends what the armor piercing is on the.
Actually, wait. Is that what the mage is gonna do?
Can you give me a scene of what's happened? Because I am
The mage is actually gonna hold their action.
Mage on top of the roof.
There's
Yeah,
one
so,
mage
okay.
left on the roof. Everyone else is attacking Cromwell.
So we have these 2 vehicles
Yes.
side by side.
Okay.
One of them nearly got flipped over, but through sheer force of will and a fair amount of thumper dice, it did not. So
The biggest tragedy of all. Forget the sacrifice. Forget.
So it is
Forget the
righted
millions
itself.
of people.
There are 2
get to flip a bear.
individuals who are essentially unconscious. They are operating in VR space, virtual reality, rather than in a conscious space. And so they are currently inside the vehicle. Cromwell, having been on the roof of the vehicle, has now leaped across to the other one, jumped inside the van, and was swiftly followed by their street samurai.
Okay. Just one.
Just their one. And then the drone is now facing that window and is firing into the side of their van in order to try and stop the giant raging troll that is going to deck their decker in a much more literal and much more painful sense. Of the 2 individuals in VR, one of them is also nauseous, and that's great for them.
Is that the driving one?
That is
Yeah, it is the driving one. And
Yeah.
the one who's operating the drone, I believe.
Yes.
deck-
Well, they can't technically operate both simultaneously, so the drone is actually operating on its own, but it is still connected to their network, so it gets access to their skill sauce. Not skill sauce. Programs. And the mage at the top is like gonna fire in, and then the face is like,
Our face.
no. Their
Oh!
face. One has been
That's what I was
talking to
saying.
you.
Oh!
So they're actually going to delay their action and wait to go. But they're poised, so they've essentially readied an action.
They're ready to talk.
They're ready. They're ready. The spirit inside, though, however, did not get a command from the mage and is still under strict go for the mage policy. So he's going to attempt to get through your mana barrier.
Okay.
So he's going to attack your mana barrier. So you resist by rolling the mana barriers. Actually, you will just resist the
Yeah,
damage.
it'll just resist the damage.
So that's great for me. And you roll the body, the structure and armor rating. So you will roll 10 dice.
Minus whatever armor piercing may be on the attack.
Thank you.
But that only affects the armor portion, not the structure portion.
Right.
Okay. So,
So I need to know how much damage it has to resist, and then I'll roll.
oh, I forgot. So it's 16, but it just straight up ignores armor.
Wait.
Okay, so
I saw that.
so the mana barrier
Not telling you yet, though.
just sort of dissolves at the energy of it.
So that's the spirit's turn. So it's just like and cleaves another line through.
That's okay.
It has
Hey,
very strict instructions.
That barrier kept the spirit from killing us. So
Oh,
per
yeah, I
the-
like that.
And everybody gets a point of edge.
Yes! Oh, thank you.
Of the thumpers.
Thank you,
For you guys,
Thumpers.
we have these little tokens.
If you're
Oh
new to
my God.
Shadowrun, Edge lets us do a number of things, including get more initiative if we need to. We can re-roll all of our misses in a turn.
And it lets us roll vans over if the GM isn't being a jerk.
Hey, I let you get the levitate spell on the
And
van.
It lets us do dramatic dialogues.
That's up for debate.
You should just name that levitate spell Cornbread Jr. and realize that
What?
I hate everything you love, Mordecai.
That
towel is going to be set on fire. No. I'm gonna wash it. I'm gonna put that towel in the laundry.
But it's magic.
It's magical. You can't wash its aura.
Are you sure about that?
oh yeah.
I don't think you can.
It's not allergic
There's
to water
no-
spirits.
magic
is
be
it?
gone.
There's no elements on the astral plane, so.
All right.
If I use the bleach pen, will it get out?
That puts it at Sharky's turn.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Sharky is going to attempt to just completely physically, he's going to unhinge his jaw and try to engulf this other spirit in himself.
That makes me.
And is that strength plus body?
No, sorry, that's a reaction in intuition. It's a melee attack.
Do it.
And I'm going to spend this point of edge that we just got to re-roll all the misses on that because I got a lot of misses. Thank you, Thumpers, for that. 8 hits.
Hits. Your net hits are 2.
All right, then he engulfs the spirit, and it's going to do 19 damage, and that's cold damage. So it's not going to, because the spirit doesn't have any armor. It doesn't actually matter that it's cold damage. But
So as Sharky unhinges his jaw and I guess jaws it I assume,
Like it's a
he
reverse
just-
Jaws.
It just descends
oh.
vertically onto it, and it goes inside of
Exactly.
Sharky.
What does the drone? Yeah, no.
The spirit.
The spirit.
The spirit is sent back
Disrupted?
to the astral plane.
Really?
Disrupted.
Awesome. My life
Wow.
is way easier now because I don't have to stab it.
so Sharky is now just sort of sitting there chomping.
Don't mess with the shark.
Yeah, really.
Delicious spirit meal. Well, it's-
That makes
he's a
it
shark.
Fang's turn.
Yay! So to be clear, there are no spirits that are enemies in the van.
And
there's
we
a
will say there is a drone. The drone is not currently visible
Yeah.
because it is
Yeah.
on the
But-
other side
Blood
of the
spirit
vehicle.
you can't see.
Yeah.
There's a blood
which,
spirit
I
you
mean,
have
that's
no
what I
idea
know.
about.
Yeah. But there is both a mage and a face right above me right now. So if I took out a shotgun and then fired up there,
They have good cover, but yeah.
good.
They're not necessarily bad, by the way.
Well, I mean, considering
They
Fang
haven't been very
almost,
nice to us yet.
Are they
literally,
wearing armor?
Fang's turn was, oh my god, bullets, and then the bullets popped out slowly as Fang was healed magically by Big Papa. You know, I don't know sound effects.
No, that's what it did.
Oh yeah.
Burp, burp, burp.
But I mean, because there's nothing else visible, correct? Everyone else just went over there.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs any support right now. He's fine.
He's doing fine.
He's doing fine. He hasn't yelled for Fang yet, so. So first, I do my quick
Quick draw.
first. Gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how to count. Gonna pick up the dice. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Got it. And now I'm gonna just fire the bullets. What's nice is that with a shotgun, I can hit both of those with the same roll because they're all right close.
Yep.
We never know when Fang's making up her own rules.
No, I'm very.
No, she's
Not
right.
shotguns at short range.
Shotguns at short range, medium choke. How many hits on the first one?
Oh, I haven't. No, I just rolled the same,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
it fired the both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just Fang quick draws it, pacha pacha, and then
You get 1 net hit on the mage.
cool. Just 1. That's all it takes. 10 piercing minus 4 target. Because shotgun bullets tend to lots of little specks. Why do I feel awkward shooting this mage?
Because we haven't established if they're evil.
They tried to ram your precious vein.
The shards of the shotgun shell. Like the face was further back, which is why they've been making eyes at the mage, and the mage was like, crap! And then you kind of blasted shotgun, so they had less cover than the face did. The face had pretty good cover. So the mage is slightly singed to the side and is definitely not happy.
You're making me uncomfortable. Leave.
Okay.
That's
Nice shit talk.
Elsie.
Yeah, very good intimidation.
I yell to Fang,
Yeah?
hey, can you give me an alley-oop?
Yeah. How do I do
And,
that?
you just want to stay, I'll like take like a little
Yeah.
running jump and like climb Fang.
Yeah, can I do
Pull
one
out
of
a
these
hole.
things?
Give me a body plus strength check thing?
yeah, I can do that.
No, we'll say a body plus agility.
That's for me or for her?
No,
for
for
her.
me.
You're
'Cause
gonna
I have
make
to
a
have
gymnastics
I have to
check.
put my hand down fast enough to like push you up.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Maybe reaction, actually.
Oh, that's even yes. Let's do reaction. Let's do the best skill. And body. You're
Yeah.
picking. This is lucky for me. This is like my 2 best skills. Gotta take 1 dice off. Oh, 6. Do it. Do it. Team alley-oop.
I run and I hop and plant my foot there and go up.
Give me a gymnastics check.
Yep.
This is things we do
Yes,
this every day.
ma'am. Sure we do.
Whenever we go get soy calf.
Yep.
I learned all my gymnastics from watching Elsie in class.
And I'm gonna add 3 thumper dice to this, just to be safe.
Because you don't want to hit your head on the
Right.
roof
Do
of the
not
car.
go into the roof of the van. Great. 5.
You make it. It's not quite as spectacular as when Cromwell did it. So you kind of land a little bit more sprawled and like have to put your hands on the ground to
Yeah.
stay steady on the roof
Yeah.
of the vehicle.
Yeah. And then I would just like to turn and talk to the face and say, hey bitches, my name's Ellie Hawthorne. You guys need to stand down before my troll massacres your people in VR.
Give me a
nice.
It's a fact.
That's
Statement.
That is very crisp.
yeah.
that's
Try
why.
not to
That's why she's the
Mince
face.
words.
No. And good job dehumanizing or demeaning them while still being.
What was it that Fang said earlier to them?
If you make me uncomfortable,
You make me
please leave.
Yeah, that's
That was also succinct.
yeah. No,
And I'm gonna add
Brevity is
2
the
more
soul of
thumper
wit.
dice just because I don't want another round of combat. We have to get to the airport.
I want one more round, please. Please. I wanted to smash 2 people's heads together just
5.
ever since we started playing.
All right. Well, that puts it very nicely at the faces. The face who's kind of like gesturing at the mage and looks at you. They are. I actually hadn't decided. I probably mixed up all of their genders so far in my descriptions of them.
That's fine.
Oh, it's a he. That's right. He sort of he's hunkered down and he looks at you and is somewhat confused and it says, "Tell your troll to stand down, and my mage won't set you on fire.
I like this for you. Take it.
You're the one who are going to sacrifice an old woman in a blood ritual."
she's
Didn't
old.
know it was an old woman. And then I say into the comm, Crummy, I need you to take some deep breaths and calm down. I'm in negotiations.
Make a leadership test, I think, to see whether or not Cromwell stays berserk. And how many combat turns were you berserk for?
3 turns.
Okay, so
and
make-
this is 2.
2. So make it a. It's normally logic and willpower, right, to resist berserk.
It is. I know I get 7.
Okay, so then
Sure.
take off 2 dice from
So I'm
that.
rolling
roll
leadership.
5 dice versus her leadership.
Okay, I rolled a 4.
Use your edge.
So I want.
Nope.
Resist.
No, I'm just gonna have you guys tell me how it is, and then I'll decide what that means.
I
so how
got
many?
1 hit to
One hit. So
resist
you're-
rage.
Very deep in the berserk.
Okay.
You are very deep.
Right. Fang was pretty
Yeah.
torn up by those bullets.
So how many hits did you get?
3. No, sorry, 4.
It was 8.
I'm sorry. I just rolled. I forgot.
One
Right,
combat
John,
turn
it was
left.
4.
Okay.
So at the end of this combat turn, you will cease to be berserk.
Oh, that's
But
good.
you are still berserk.
End of.
And Sharky is still hungry.
Sharky is still hungry.
I say to the face, okay, so we're in a cool down mode now. So he's a really nice troll, but he has some like anger issues. So, we just need to wait a minute. If nobody attacks him, then he'll calm down a lot faster. So.
Give me a con. I think a con. I feel like you know Cromwell well enough to know that you're lying.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, roll it. Roll it.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Like, even as the words are coming out of my mouth, I'm not really believing
I
them.
am full of shit.
And I'm like, why did I choose this choice?
Grace is going to like say over the comm like everybody out into meat space, and then looks at you. Is the blood and says a lot quieter. Is the blood mage with you?
I'm like, I don't know what a blood mage is, but there's a mage there.
Why are you telling him this?
And then the face kind of nods to the mage. So instead of attacking you, the mage is going to attack the technology mage.
But he's probably.
That is not the agreement that we agreed upon.
I'm providing spell defense. So what kind of a spell is it?
He's doing a blast spell.
So what is that? Direct or indirect? Or?
It's an indirect spell.
Okay. So he gets an extra 6 dice to
Resist?
defend
Great.
against the spell.
I'm feeling so like, are we doing okay?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're not at the airport yet. So
We need the mage alive.
We? I think we need everybody
Probably.
alive. Like that is a goal that like all.
Well, we need everybody from our side alive.
Pretty sure we need the box.
who is our side though?
Me?
Okay.
MMFEC,
Wow.
Okay, sorry.
the evil blood mage,
Okay.
and
Oh, we don't
whatever's
know
in
if
the
he's evil
box.
yet.
So the blood mage seems to be okay. The spell misses. The kind of the magic of your defense sort of swirls around the astral energy and disperses it before it reaches him, which puts us at the top of the combat turn.
Oh, God.
The top of the last.
Not the last round. I have 25 and only got once.
That's right. Okay, so we still have 2 more.
29.
Yeah.
Cromwell.
Oh shit.
How? The drivers are a meter away or so?
Yeah, probably. You could get to both of them.
Yes. So with reach especially, Cromwell should be able to reach them without an intercept. His, from the Street Samurai, he's Berserk, he's Bear God Berserk, so it's more of a protective Berserk. So I don't think he's necessarily murderous, he's just angry and willing to do whatever it takes. So I don't think he's gonna use lethal damage, but he's just gonna grab both their heads and smash their heads together.
Yes!
With stun damage as hard as he can.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that by splitting my dice.
Yeah.
I approve of this.
Both of them are going to take
Assume they're defenseless.
Quick check. What is it when you jack out immediately?
defense thing. Why can I
Wait, I thought they were in VR.
They
Full
they
defense.
are. So they are using their initiative, their burning or 10 of their initiative to take total defense and come out of VR. Because they were told directly at the end of the last turn to no longer be in VR.
Oh, okay. So,
So you're gonna suffer some.
Yeah.
And one is still nauseous.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they're not doing great.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This isn't
No,
good
no,
for
I
them,
just
but
wanted to-
they're taking total defense.
Wait, that means the drone will probably stop this. But the drone will always.
so I get to roll. Cromwell is going to use 5 thumper dice.
Yes.
He really wants to stop this whole thing.
Both of them have total defense, which is good. Just good, but I don't think it's enough. So I'm gonna add for both of them. I'm gonna add 3 thumper dice, which makes it 6 total. So 3 of these. Some bonus dice.
It's 7 hits on each of them.
So one of them, you go to grab the the Decker, who was more easily got out of the VR. They jumped out and they're like, oh god, this is fast. They look and they like see your hand and they just like go down really, and so your hand sweeps wide on them.
Oh, you
The rigger though, you manage to grab. There's no head for you to smack it into, so you don't. So
it's like an ear slap.
So yeah, so you basically just like cupped him on the
Oh.
ear.
Yeah, but he's also
And
probably
just,
buckled
like-
in, so
Yeah, so like there's some whiplash as you just kind of like smack them to the side,
Ouch.
and they like reverberate in their seat. They were nauseous as well, so they're going to actually vomit on you.
no.
Wait,
Dodge
are you saying
vomit.
they took no damage?
No, the what's the damage for the attack? So your net hits were 2 on the rigger.
My net hits were 2. They will take 17 stun damage.
Wow.
That's not
They
who's
will
driving.
have to resist
Yeah, that is
17
the one
stun
who's
damage.
driving.
So get out.
Could have just let me tip the van.
Could have.
Well, she wouldn't let me knock 2 people's heads together.
Are we just gonna make a list of things that Lori does not let us do?
The rigger already. Oh. You're just conscious.
No
Just
way.
conscious. Yeah.
Taking some penalties.
Conscious and covered in vomit?
Yeah. Oh no, they're
Conscious,
They are
yes.
unhappy. They are unhappy. All right. That makes it Mordecai's turn.
What's the play, Elsie?
I don't. I'm so angry. We gotta protect the blood mage until I can talk these guys into parlay.
All right. Can I see the enemy mage from where I am?
No.
Well, let me change the question then. What can I see?
Probably from inside without moving, not much. You would be able to move to get line of sight on one or the other. They'd still have cover because of where they're standing. They've kind of backed away, but you could get line of sight on the mage.
On the mage. Okay, I'm gonna move to get line of sight on the mage. And I'm going to cast a physical barrier around him. So just trapping him.
Okay.
Where he is. And so if he wants to shoot any more indirect spells, he'll have to get them through there and potentially deal with blowback from that. And so we'll make that force 6.
This entire combat consists of people being in small containers.
Is this the Tupperware combat?
Yes. So, so sort of a shimmery barrier of with a rating of 3. So 3 armor, 3 structure appears around around him.
Okay. Sure. Great. That's a thing. All right. Mainframe.
All right. So I can see that things have kind of changed. Their personas are
gone.
They're gone completely. I can't. I mean, they're still an
their
AR.
icons are there.
Yeah, their icons are there. So.
Their icons are there. They're still an AR.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reload encryption since Tantrum's not gonna do me any good for my free action. I'm gonna direct the fork attack at the Decker and the drone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna switch tactics. I'm gonna go with a mark, so I'm using brute force this time around.
Okay. Wow, that drone rolled really well.
Oh yeah.
7 hits.
You actually don't succeed on the drone. You do, however, succeed on the Decker.
Fine. He is marked. What are my net hits?
Your net hits are 3.
Great. That deals. Is it 2 matrix damage plus? Since I dealt matrix damage, I get +2 for my hammer programs. That's 4 matrix damage.
Fine.
I'm not sure. Can you defend against that, or does it just get dealt when I do the mark? Because it's not a data spike.
I think it just gets dealt when you do a mark. Kind of in the same way that if you fail, you actually take the damage. So I actually think because you failed against the drone, you would take damage. You take 1 matrix damage.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Come on.
Are we leaving? What's going on
I'm
over there?
uncomfortable with the fact that mainframe is taking me.
That's what I do. it's hard on the Matrix. You take plenty of regular hits.
The street samurai,
Yep.
still seeing you, is displeased by this, and they're going to be like, you know what? I gotta take care of this troll slightly faster, and my assault rifle is clearly not cutting it, so they're gonna quick draw their shotgun.
All right.
Copycat.
Well, I'm glad someone said it.
Yeah, and they're gonna succeed at their quick draw. So they're going to fire at you. And I'm gonna add 3 thumper dice before I even roll. Oh.
My defense is 3.
Oh dear.
No! Not against shotguns, no!
Great. So you need to resist. Shotgun. 15 physical damage. Armor piercing -4.
Piercing -4. That's gonna hurt.
Holy crap.
It's fine.
No, it's not. No, it's really not.
It's really not.
It's really bad.
God, I had to stand up.
Well, that's one way to end the
Pushing
berserk.
stools out.
Yeah, it's game time now. Like,
The shotgun blast just kind of rips a good part of Cromwell's chest open.
Jeez.
wait.
Ruins his vest completely.
His vest!
What is
We're
that?
upset. He's got a couple more,
We have to get on a
fortunately.
plane after this.
Because he's bleeding all over them. Cromwell
No!
is really, really hurt.
No!
Does this re-trigger his berserk?
It does, in fact. I was about to bring that up.
Wait, so we all hear that, right?
And
so we
he
can-
takes
Oh, yeah.
Are we
And
done with negotiation?
I'm just
now?
like looking at the mage going,
his wounds mean he's even less likely to resist berserk, and his eyes they were like yellow angry. Now they're like red angry.
No!
Oh, that's the
The,
Mordecai color.
the lightning on his fist crackles as the blood drips through the lightning strikes, and you smell burning
You were
blood.
like, he's gonna totally chill the fuck out, and then he tried to smack 2 of their team members' heads together and knock them out. So of course the other character's gonna stop it.
This is
So
what happens.
work in
This is what happens when
process.
Cromwell tries to make peace.
The mage just kind of gives you this like,
Great.
these are our people. Like this is what they do. Like, all right. Puts it at the drone's turn. The drone is still operating under its own initiative and own orders. And now that the rigger's not really controlling it, drones are real dumb. So it's gonna go after its previous target, which was Cromwell.
No! But it might shoot his friend.
It is shooting a vehicle full of the people who own it.
Yeah.
Drones are real dumb.
I like that drones are
So
good.
as a preventative measure, I'm gonna add 3 thumper dice.
Don't do that.
So it doesn't
Cromwell.
go wide.
It's a tiny little defense roll.
Not a glitch.
1 is my defense.
Oh, good, because I rolled terribly. I only got 2 hits.
Did
That
Cromwell
is
go
enough.
full defense at any point?
I think when he's this late in the
won't
turn
do that.
and he's berserk, I think it's not really in the cards.
He wouldn't
So Cromwell will need to resist 13 physical damage. Armor piercing -4.
Armor is -4. I don't take my penalties to resist.
You've got thumper dice.
15, 1.
And I think you still have a point of edge.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
He has Thumper Edge and he has his own edge.
13. Yes, I will use all my thumper dice.
Oh my god.
Person to hit 0 on
And I'll
dice.
use my edge to re-roll my misses.
Oh man.
That's probably not going to work, but we'll try it. And Cromwell goes down.
No!
He's not dead, but he is definitely dying.
Okay. Okay.
right.
Things are changing.
Yep, things are changing.
Give us the word.
So Sharky is going to float up out of the van. He sees Cromwell go down. He's going to spy, I think, the street samurai, and he's going to crack his electric whip.
So he's gonna need to go into the other van.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that in the van?
Yeah.
Okay, then so who can he see from outside?
Outside of the van, the face and the mage that are on the top.
The face and the mage and the drone, right?
And the drone.
Okay, he'll target the drone.
Yes.
Yes.
I hate drones.
So he's that's against reaction and intuition. 4 hits.
No. Oh, he misses.
Yeah.
Ah!
He is an angry shark.
Yeah. Fang.
Have I gone? I don't know. I have no idea what's happening with Cromwell.
I say over the comm, Cromwell's down, everybody.
You told me he would stop. And he didn't.
I said it would take a bit, that the cooling down process had happened.
I'm sorry, I wasn't going to let him brain 2 of my team members in the head with their own heads.
Hey, no one up there has the high horse in this situation.
Literally, no one is on a.
You're the one rolling with the blood mage.
Okay.
We didn't know what was in the box, you just attacked us. I don't know, you know what, next time, maybe you could actually start a conversation? We could start a conversation right now.
It's Fang's turn.
Yes. So, just to clarify, I am underneath the whole roof.
Yes, the roof hole.
So,
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna clarify.
So if
it's
Fang
fine.
clambered out and then, could possibly
Not on the
draw a
same turn.
katana and. I mean, that's fair, but I'm still gonna be sassy.
Everyone else had to take a complex action to get to the roof.
Fine, I will take a complex action to get to the roof.
I left the chainsaw in the van.
Fang's not smart enough to figure out the chainsaw and get the van. So Fang is gonna go out of the roof hole.
Give me a gymnastics test.
Yeah.
Great.
Pull up that shit.
I
just
have gymnastics.
like American Ninja that shit.
Yeah, but I'm still kind of stunned, so I don't have. If I get no hits, but I'm less than 50% glitch, what occurs?
You do not make it onto the roof.
And okay.
Do you just jump up and fall back
Yeah,
down?
I think it's one of those like crap.
Like a mole and a mole attack.
Great.
You're like, ugh! Good.
Oh man.
So
I look over at Fang. I'm like, really?
Oh, levitator then.
wait, so crap.
I'm not allowed to levitate.
I have like no more actions, don't I? That was it. Da 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 da. Fang misses.
Yep. Elsie.
Great. So I'm on top of the roof of the van, standing with these 2 yahoos, and I'm just having this moment of like, and I just reach out and push the mage off the roof of the van, or at least I try.
There's actually a physical barrier.
Yeah, you actually can.
Yeah, I guess
He's
this is
protecting my mate.
Sorry.
Do it to the face.
I don't want to do it to the face because I want to talk to. Okay.
Yeah, because that would make him really want to talk to you. The part I was gonna really enjoy is if Fang was like, I want to shoot at the mage. I'd be like, sure, there's a physical barrier in the
Okay.
way.
So I reach out and I go, ah! And then I turn to the face and go, can we parlay?
No.
Now, can we talk? Can we
We're gonna-
stop?
Okay.
No.
Now that Cromwell's down?
Give me your quick negotiation roll.
Okay.
Can't parlay because I haven't gotten to the roof to stab them all yet.
I'm just like, this is ridiculous. We don't need to be fighting. 6.
The face, whose turn it is next, conveniently, will look at you and say, we're willing to talk, and then just sort of mumbles, I have about as much control over my team as you do yours, clearly.
Great. Step number 1, stopping the vans. And then I yell down to the blood mage, hey, I need you to be cool for like 10 minutes, okay? And I give him like a little winky wink, like, hey, I'm gonna talk us out of this. So he thinks that he's like in on it.
Con. A con.
How cool is Quanet? That's not
Quanet.
his name. What is
Quanet. It's like Juan,
Oh,
except
Quanet.
Quanet.
Juanet.
Which means
No,
no,
there's no N, it's an M.
Quanet?
It's like if you
J-U-A-M-E-T.
try to say the word vomit while you're vomiting.
Quanet. Oh, that works. Yeah. Quanet.
I wrote down Clement in my notes. But
so I didn't roll.
Are you kidding me?
3.
Roll
The
three.
blood mage, Quamet, is going to be like, if you do not take care of them, then I will.
Great.
Oh.
Great. This is my way of taking care of them. This is what I do. Just hang tight, okay? And I like send a message to mainframe. I'm like, let's slow these. You know what? Let's pull off on the shoulder of I-5.
Put the hazard lights on.
Yeah, after we probably destroy 5 cars.
Just to be clear, I'm only driving one of these vehicles.
Yes. And I say to the face, I was like, let's pull off and let's
face is gonna-
sort this out.
Right. Okay.
I use my turn signal because I'm not a heathen.
The control of the other vehicle flips over to the Decker because the Ricker is just like, oh god. As they slowly recover from both the stun damage and the nausea. And both of your vehicles move off to the side of the road.
Great. So this is where we're gonna like.
You are now on I-5, but on the shoulder.
And so I say to the face, and I say, I'm like, my people need to see our troll. And then I just say to
Take
the
him
face,
back to
I'm
the
like,
van.
what is
They're
what
gonna
is
basically
going
like stand down to the same time, like, he's down.
I'll go. Yeah. Okay. Can I lift Cromwell to our car? I assume I can drag Cromwell to our car.
Yeah, you can shoulder carry.
Yes, shoulder carry.
Cromwell's like, you pretty much need to stabilize him.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's,
like that's why
You should not
Or
move him
heal
until
him.
you put a trauma
Oh,
patch on
yeah.
or something. You don't.
I have one of those actually.
You would say he has 10 minutes left.
Great. I'm
So
gonna
let's
put a
give you-
trauma.
Get him.
No. I've got first aid skills and things.
You do?
well, and I can help heal as well.
Okay,
but
yeah, but
let's-
don't
Leave
but-
you do magic and then tech.
Is
the
it
order.
not? Okay, let's do magic then.
But first, we need to get him here, and I don't feel comfortable leaving the van at the moment with these.
The mage is gonna be
Not
like
if I
like
can't
is
see.
gonna tap on the physical barrier.
No,
yeah,
no.
we'll talk.
No, when we keep
He
him
pulls out his gun and he fires at the barrier.
Oh yeah, that's encouraging us to
Okay.
take the barrier down. Yeah.
How
you
much
don't,
damage
you
does it
don't
do?
take it down. You roll 6 dice.
We're still. Cromwell's still dying. So are we going?
Fine. If we.
I think this can happen in parallel with you
Yeah.
guys grabbing
Yeah,
Cromwell.
yeah. So we're gonna. Okay, we are picking him up then. Yeah. Okay, great.
I have two
It does
body. I can
8
try to
damage,
help.
so-
I can do it.
Okay, so
And
the barrier
it's
goes
also-
down,
yeah.
and I recast it.
Just remember to put the trauma patch
He's going to counter or use dispelling this time.
All right.
God, you guys.
Well, guess what?
If we move.
Do we need to go back and forth with this? 'Cause-
We can, or I can GM this and say that at some point both of you guys are not going to be able to resist enough of the drain, and he's going to be like, do you want to save your friend, or do you want to be petty and cast physical barriers on me?
Cromwell, Big Pop, come on,
Cromwell.
make it happen.
Fine.
Because I'm like dragging Cromwell. Now I'm covered in troll blood. Like this is not a good scene.
It smells good though, because he has a nice cologne in it.
Oh good. Oh good. Fang notices that Cromwell smells better when he is great. This is a good time to notice that correlation.
All right. I say to the face.
They're not going to interrupt you trying to heal Cromwell, like they have no
yeah.
intention of doing.
I say to the face. You need to explain what's going on. I prefer short, concise sentences.
They're gonna kind of glance over at Quamet, who's like very clearly standing. Anyone who has astral perception can see that like the spirit behind him seems to have been feeding off of the carnage that has been happening.
Of course it is.
And probably all of the blood and speeding, and it seems to have become more powerful. And he's gonna kind of stare down at you. Like you feel the sense that that Quamet is intently looking at you.
Get in line, buddy.
And he's so the face is going to say, I'm Luther.
Luther. Okay, nice to meet you, Luther.
You are Ellie.
I'm Ellie.
Ellie.
Real nice.
As you suggested, you are not aware of the individual that you are delivering or the intended purpose. But I'm sure you're smart enough runners that you probably figured out that as technology is, you know, a blood sacrifice sort of people.
Yeah, that's what. So you're.
So we were hired by a Juliet Powell to rescue her grandmother, who had been, we'll say, kidnapped by as technology in order to be used as a blood sacrifice, you know, for dying in a ritual. If you would like to confirm this with your companion, I doubt they'll be willing to tell it to you.
So she's not a willing participant.
One does not use willing participants. What do you know about blood magic?
Well, not a lot. I don't know much about magic.
It was not listed as a prerequisite.
Know a lot about drugs, though.
Kwame in the background will kind of just willing participants. They do not generate the same power.
So what's so special about Grandma Daisy?
Daisy
Powell?
Powell. Who are you asking this question to?
Plummet.
Plummet. I am not permitted to tell you.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So,
You're useless, you know that?
Yeah, completely. You're the worst.
You want to get paid?
At this point, we just want to know what's going on.
a city is dying unless we get this box to as technology.
Yes.
Well, if you haven't figured it out, we're not exactly in it for the new yen.
Hey, Crummy.
Well, we're in it for the new yen along with other things as well.
Well, you will have the warmest, fuzziest of feelings when we save Hermasillo from VITAS.
Okay. So, as technology just kidnapped a random grandma in order to sacrifice her for a city that is infected with VITAS. That's the story?
I wouldn't say random, but I am not at liberty to tell you exactly why.
Well, we're not in liberty to move this van.
Give me a negotiation.
I'm gonna add in 3 thunder dice.
My coffee cup again. Ah!
The fly come back?
Both spirits.
6.
This is a new strain of VITAS.
It's always a new strain.
Except
this is-
it has existed before, it just hasn't reached highly populated areas. Miss Daisy Powell had experienced and recovered from this particular strain of VITAS in the past. Which means that her blood is not only full of power as any sacrifice could be, but she also has antibodies to this virus.
That's nice.
Which means we only need one person to sacrifice.
How many would it be otherwise?
Even if we sacrificed, say, 10 people, it likely wouldn't be enough to cure the entire city as quickly as we would want it to. Our goal is to prevent Hermasillo from outbreaking entirely and prevent the rest of S.I.N and eventually UCAS from being infected with a 3rd strain of VITAS.
So this is VITAS 3.
It is not completely confirmed, but we know that it is not the same as the one that was initially encountered, nor the one before that. It is a different strain. The only known survivor is Miss Powell.
VITAS
well as-
number 1 wiped out about 1/3 of the population before any of us were alive.
I assume you would not like to be part of the 3rd again.
No. I still think kidnapping an old woman against her will is pretty low.
Sure, but effective.
What happens if she decides she wants to do it? Does it not work?
It will not be nearly as effective. There is a reason she is still unconscious.
But it would have some effect.
Sounds like her
It would
granddaughter
be
takes issue.
insufficient.
That's our granddaughter.
Juliet, who hired the runners.
Juliet.
So you said that you could do this ritual. You would, like, without her, you would just need a bigger group of people.
That would all be willing to die.
Right.
Wait, willing?
So
or-
why not? Actually, you said 10 to 20% of the population of the city is already infected and will die. Why not allow them to be your sacrifice? I'm sure that many of them, knowing that they're going to die, would be willing to step up and be a sacrifice.
Our research suggests that even a willing sacrifice, unless they have survived this particular strain of VITAS, would be ultimately would have an insufficient effect to prevent the spread of this.
And you don't have that kind of data on the folks living in Hermasillo?
We have Miss Powell.
Because she's
the only currently known survivor, unless someone wants to go into the city and find more and risk their own lives.
What about her?
Potential.
What about her children?
Juliet?
That is not how antibodies work.
I thought when you got the cooties, your little babies.
Only if she was pregnant at the time.
And even then, that would dissipate shortly after breastfeeding.
Huh. Well, we all learned something today.
No. Well,
which is what really matters when you're on a run.
The only
We have Miss Powell, and we have a limited amount of time.
The only way I'll go a step further is if Miss Powell is willing. That may make the spell less effective.
Wait, it will be insufficient if she is a willing sacrifice. We would need at least 5 people.
which we don't have.
Which means we would have to go into the city and try to find them in the next, what do we have, 12 hours?
Depends
24?
on how many people you're willing to let die.
Because the longer we take, the more people die. Because at this point, we're weighing one person over
Millions?
people I care about. And I'll be honest.
Wait. You're the person that is always saying about us being the good guys and worried about, like, us taking on an innocent life.
But there's people in there I care about, and so we have to keep moving quickly.
Granny Powell! Granny Powell!
Okay.
Who's Granny Powell?
Granny Powell
She's
is
the
that...
woman in the box.
She's the lady that I met a long time ago that had Girl Scout cookies, isn't she?
At this point, Luther is gonna be like, she had a lot of Girl Scout cookies in her apartment. Her granddaughter offered us like 3 boxes of them. I didn't even think Corp Scout cookies were available this time of year.
Wait, the one in the building that in Peter
one I left
Winfrey's
them-
building?
The one that gave us information.
This is
and I
all
left-
Peter Winfrey's fault. I knew it.
This is not.
Okay,
Peter
so
Winther is a distraction.
we sacrificed Peter Winther.
No, he doesn't have the antibody.
Well,
We don't know where he.
can he be breastfed or something?
No, that's not how this works.
You guys, this is serious. People are dying. We're not gonna come out the good guys. It doesn't matter which way we go. We let Granny Powell off, people die. We take Granny Powell to Aslan, people die. So we just have to decide what kind of bad guy we are.
I mean,
That's
I
it.
know what kind of bad guy I am. I'm the one who gives her a chance, and if that ruins the chance of the spell working, I mean...
Then you've condemned all of those people to die, Cromwell.
As technology hasn't really tried to find another
there's
way.
not enough time for another way.
There is more time. We just we put ourselves at risk of getting the disease ourselves.
Right, they said we can try to find 5 people and have some chance of mitigating the... Look, we can't just condemn an old woman to her death because it's going to save some people. It's not our fault.
Sure we
people got
can.
sick.
Hundreds of thousands of
Like
people.
literally
but-
every hour we wait is like 2,000 people. Like even I'm not worth 2,000 people.
Well, don't sell yourself short.
Okay. I'm just saying, if we're trying to decide what kind of bad guys we are,
Well, Cromwell's made it very clear that he wants us to wake her up and ask her.
I'm not that kind of bad guy.
Well, the consequences of us waking her up and asking her are really dire, so
What?
I don't think that's a good plan.
I say to Blood Mage, that's what I'm calling him now.
Plummet. Vomit in
So
your
you're
mouth.
saying that any sacrifice that we do for the ritual, the people have to have the antibodies in their system.
Yes.
And you have no way, as a huge corporation, you have no way of identifying who those people are.
From within the city?
Because no one's going to the city.
The other conflating factor is they have to have survived without previous intervention.
What does previous intervention mean?
Medical intervention.
How the hell are we supposed to determine that in the
We
time we
can't.
have left?
We
You
don't.
can sense
It's
it in
too
their
rare
order.
of a case. Like, she's too unique.
There's
we
a
have-
reason we didn't go into Hermasillo to find people that might have survived prior to the outbreak.
Well, the outbreak happened.
I mean, how did you find her in the first place?
We had some interesting documentation on Miss Powell, as well as 2 companions. They happen to be much farther away. One of them is in China, and the other one is in Germany. They were part of a group that went to a small village to provide humanitarian aid. That village, however, was decimated by an early outbreak of VITAS 3. This was 20 or so years ago. We had found the documentation of this survival. Miss Powell was incredibly fortunate that she survived.
How many years ago was this?
About 20. We suspect that the outbreak in Hermasillo happened because someone encountered the virus somewhere in a largely isolated area. It has been likely festering within S.I.N for several years now.
So it was like just licking a quarter or something.
It was just an unfortunate incident that one person brought it into a much larger city and caused a significant spread of the virus over a very short period of time. The unfortunate part is the virus has not been in Hermasillo for that long, so there is likely only a handful of survivors within the city itself.
I want to sense inside the box and see if I can tell, like, if the antibodies are something that, like, register to me astrally and are the kind of thing that Sharky could potentially search for.
Yeah.
I would like to judge Juanette's intentions and to see if I think he's lying to me.
Okay.
And I'd like to make this an extended test because the first roll did not go very well.
So go ahead and spend like 2 or 3 minutes to give me 2 rolls.
All right, so I have like 8 now.
Great. So you're sensing the first thing that kind of you realize is that there is a specific ritual spell that is keeping her unconscious. It's some sort of variant on like a stun spell, but it's not damaging her, but it is keeping her asleep.
Ritual magic.
And you also realize that Huamet is the one that is the spotter for that ritual, because someone has to be in line of like within her vicinity to keep it active. The other piece is that kind of you're as you specifically start looking for it, you notice that there is like this strange sort of almost astral quirk to it that seems to be those antibodies. This is a magically influenced form of VITAS, which means that there is a sort of unique signature to the antiviral protection.
So I want to understand what our options would be if we were able to find in the city other people who had this particular magical trait to them. And if they were willing to sacrifice, like what how, is it like a baker's dozen? Like how, what would it take?
Elsie, what was your judge intentions?
3.
As far as you can tell, Huamet's on the level. His goal is, he has a job. His job is to get blood sacrifice to the city and to cure the city. And that's his goal. And he is unlikely to be amicable to any situation that does not involve delivering her in an unconscious state to Hermasillo.
So I send a message to the group that I say, Huamet seems very concentrated on getting her to the city. There may be another option. Like, if there is, he wouldn't tell us about it.
Are you the one who's gonna cast this blood magic spell?
I am one of many who will be in the ritual.
So, still on comms, not to
Just us.
Huamet, but do you think we can negotiate so that we continue on to Azatlan with Granny Powell, but look into the alternative, keep her unconscious, look into finding whether or not we can find other folks?
I think that's the only way we can proceed and not lose time, but still, like, we have the entire flight to figure out another plan.
Yeah.
And we have our time on the ground too. The thing is, once we wait for it, we're not gonna get our blood mage on the plane with Granny away.
The only way I could even think about that would be if you convince her family that that's an okay thing without putting magic in their brains or anything like that.
You mean contact Juliet and ask, hey, we want to murder your grandma for the sake of an entire city of people who don't deserve to die.